Hey man, welcome back to Man Time. Today's episode, I am putting the Kid barreled 22 Ruger 1022 up against the CZ MTR. Both of them are well equipped with good scopes. I'm going to be shooting at 100 yards, and I'm going to be shooting the favorite ammo of each one. I've got Team in the 1022, I've got Match in the CZ. Let's get to it. Welcome to Man Time. Alright, so I was looking at the groups that I shot in that last video with this Kid barreled 22 Ruger 1022. I'll just call it the Kid 22, I guess, because it has a Kid barrel, Kid trigger. It's got the stock receiver and bolt, Volk Kortzen charging handle. It's got the EPL 4 6-24, where the CZ is fully stocked action barrel stock. It's got a 419 rail on it. It's got the Arkin SH4J Gen 2 6-24. So both of them are a 6-24. And they both shot about the same, both right just over ½ an inch groups at 50 yards with this specific ammo type. So I've got the Eley Team and the Eley Match, the lot that I have that the CZ really liked. And I'm going to be shooting at 100 yards at one of these splatter type targets. Now when I'm shooting at these, I'm going to be shooting for like corners. I will typically have a better chance of hitting the same spot if I aim at one of the corners, you know, versus in the center of the red. It also really helps shooting at the black target with the illumination lit up on these Arkin scopes. So that is what I'm going to be doing. I have got both of them parallaxed in at 100, and I've got a rough 0 on them. I seasoned them in with some Eley bench rest precision, the Saber. So that is going to be the same lube type that I've got set up with the Match and the Team. So I'm going to do 5-shot sighter and then 3 or 4 5-shot groups, and we're going for group size. We'll throw that first one out. If I need to make any adjustments, we'll make the adjustments there. But yeah, let's get to it. Well, this is a good way to get your exercise in on the weekend. Man, it smells good down there, the forest, this time of year in the spring. I love it. Except for the mosquitoes. Little bastards are nasty. Okay, let's see how the Kid 22 does. It's the target down at the far end down there. And we'll start with the upper left corner of the upper left target. Alright, nice little group other than those little 2 flyers. We're going to move to the upper right edge of the upper left target. That's pretty good. It's not bad. Alright, moving over to the right. Oh, threw one high. Son of a gun. Okay, well, not too bad. Let me get switched over to the CZ, and we'll go from there. Alright, man. Well, this is good exercise, doing it this way, where I'm running down to shut off the GoPro and, you know, running back up. So, at least I'm getting a little exercise out of this deal. But, I've got two 10-round mags of the Eley match. Now, when I was just down there looking at that target, I mean, it looks like probably the best group there was a 1 3/4 inch, probably. Where, here again, I'm expecting to see 1-inch groups at 100 yards, 1 MOA, out of both of these rifles, with the most expensive, like, best match grade ammo on the market that I can find. So the fact that I'm not seeing that, maybe a heads up, you know, if you're looking at either one of these two rifles, that's, you know, basically what you can expect reasonably. But we'll see. We'll see how this one shoots. Maybe it shoots better, maybe it shoots worse. I don't know. We're going to be going for the bottom left target right below the one we just did. We're going to do the same kind of pattern, upper left, upper right, lower left, lower right, and see how the CZ does. One thing I did notice, the scope on this one, I'm going to do like a full scope swap, switch out between like 3 rifles. One thing, so I put the Arkin 20 MOA dropped mount on this one with another 20 MOA drop on the rail. I'm gonna do something different there. I'm probably gonna go 419 with a 30 MOA drop, and then just regular scope rings. I don't like how far forward it is, and you can see like the distance from the cheek rest here to the scope is pretty far. Maybe 3.5 inches, 4 inches. Here I've got about 2 inches, so it's about half of the distance. So I'd like the scope to be back probably another 2 inches or so. Where this one is much better set up. When I get comfortable, I'm like right there, and it's in focus, and you know, it's just a lot more pleasurable to shoot this versus this, because the stock is much longer on this one as well. So yeah, there you go. Anyways, let's get some rounds downrange. Whoa, big flyer. Now this one did have a cold bore. It's probably been like a half an hour since I shot this one last. So we're gonna come down an MOA though, because that was ridiculous. Lucky I didn't hit my camera, I guess. Holy crap. Alright, so we're gonna come down that 1 inch. We aren't counting that first group anyway, so we'll use this as a true sighter. Yeah, it was just that first round flyer. Way high. Alright, I'm going to come 1/4 MOA left. And we'll go from here. Now we are way low. Alright. I'm going to come up 1/4 inch, 1/4 MOA. Holy shit. Stacked 3 in the same hole, but I made adjustments during that time, so that doesn't mean much. All right, we're going upper right-hand corner of that same square. Looks like I got my left to right adjusted. Jeez. That grouped up pretty nice. All right, last group. No adjustments. That one may have gone in the same hole. That's pretty cool. No idea where that one went. Misfeed. Looked like the bullet was undamaged though, especially with a group like this going. Well, that was more like what I was expecting out of these guns. So maybe that's something to do with, ooh, a little sweaty today. Maybe that's something to do with the barrel heating up. I'm not sure. I mean, the barrel, it's, it's 85 degrees today and like 80% humidity. So everything is warm. The additional 5 degrees in there I don't think is doing too much. But let's get these measured up and see where we're at. Oh boy, that is a lot of work running back and forth down there, shutting the GoPro on and off. If you guys would do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down there, and also like the video, give it a thumbs up if you do like this type of stuff. We're going to talk about those group sizes here for just a second, and the rifles, and kind of my feelings so far. And what I had previously thought versus what I think now. So, initially shooting all these at 50 yards, and I've got a neighbor doing some shooting too, is that they were pretty much the same, right? I was like, all right, well, money well spent on this old 1022 that was shooting like garbage. It was shooting like 4 to 5 inch groups at 50 yards. It was a jam-o-matic. It would be jamming like every third or fourth round. Like, it was bad. So I ended up upgrading to the Volquartsen charging handle with a new spring in there for the bolt. Cleaned up the bolt a little bit, cleaned up the inside of the receiver, just with like some, I don't know, 300, 400 grit sandpaper. There was some casting marks and stuff in there. So just cleaned everything up with like a oil or soapy water, wet sanded it. And since then it's been very reliable, like ejecting very good. Even the flat nose team and match is loading in there very well. I think I've only had 2 ejection problems as I've been going through this testing. One thing that stinks though, the scope, losing my zero stop, like all the dope that I had is now gone. So that is very frustrating. And I had to order like new Allen wrench sets to be able to get an Allen wrench small enough to hopefully adjust those set screws on that zero stop, because the set screws are like 0.6 millimeters, 0.8, I don't know. I ordered the smallest millimeter set that I could buy. Hopefully one of those fits it. But anyways, I am very happy with the upgrades that I made. Going from 4 to 5 inch groups at 50 yards to half-inch groups at 50 yards. And the average from the groups that we shot, the last 3 groups on this 100-yard challenge with the best ammo that it liked, the team, it is a 1.5 MOA gun at 100 yards. And it is very capable out to 200 plus yards. I've got a large KYL out there at 215 yards, and I can clear the KYL with just club with both of these rifles. So I mean, very, very good rifles. But the CZ handily outperformed the bolt gun or the semi-auto Ruger at 100 yards. The average group size there, not counting the first group, because the cold bore flyer, that first group was like 4.5 inches, something like that. I was like, where did that first round even go? Because I was sighted in with the semi-auto bench rest, and that was pretty crazy. So huge cold bore shift. I think that's with most rifles. I've watched some people on the internet say if the barrel's good enough, you don't have a cold bore shift, or you can like blow down the barrel to warm it up. But most people will do like a season group or an acclimation group of a minimum 5, because that cold bore shift happens with pretty much everybody else other than the one dude, Anyways, I'm very happy with the CZ. Half-inch average at 100 yards. Couldn't really be, I'm sorry. 1 inch, 1 MOA at 100 yards with the best group size of 0.74 at 100 yards. So that's awesome. That last group on this one really came together, 0.74. The other ones were a 1.2 and a 1.22 and a 1.19. This one here, it was, averaging 1.6, but it did have like a 1.1. So it's almost a 1 MOA, but not every time. Of course, the average 1.5 and 1.0 on this one. So that is what it is. I'm pretty happy with both of these rifles, and if you're looking for a really good bolt action 22, the CZ457 is going to do it for you, and out to distance with the right ammo that it likes. I do have a question. If you've got one of these guns or both of these guns, is it worth trying to go down the SK ammo route and try to get some SK ammo? I did see that some people were having some better luck with SK, some worse luck with SK Lapua, but I've seen a lot of good stuff with the Eley, and I'm pretty happy with it. Out at 100 yards, you kind of see what the guns are made of. So hopefully you enjoyed this stuff. But yeah, that's going to do it for today on Man Time. Get out there, have you some man time too.